tomorrow, dude. This weekend.
Again?
I gotta pack my dad's wound.
And we're live. I was gonna ask you to open this for me, but I got it. What's up, Andrew?
This would be good physical therapy, dude.
Oh shit,
Twist
I got.
offs.
Here's a koozie for you, brother.
Twist offs.
Are those twist offs?
Yeah, they're twist offs.
I didn't realize it. I just got so accustomed to using that ball opener over there. I'm all, plink.
That's cool.
Last weekend we watched that fight, right?
So I don't know, like, if I'm sure you've been keeping up with it, but I'm like really interested in the whole post-fight festivities.
Dude, I think that shit made the post-fight, to me, almost overlooked the whole card.
Oh yeah,
and there were some great fights on that card too, man.
I don't know if I 100% agree with Joe Rogan.
Like what?
I mean,
what
well, he was saying, well, you know,
oh, you might want to mic up, son.
Oh, where we know everybody was initial shock, and if people were talking about, I'm sure you probably do, but the Conor McGregor
UFC 229 fight, yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, everybody was in shock of what happened. You
Mhm.
know, Khabib going over.
Yeah.
And like, did you see that picture of him coming over? Like the guy,
like you look like an eagle,
dude.
because that's his name.
He was flying. And
Khabib
he had that,
the Eagle.
It was like he was doing like a flying front kick.
Dude, he wanted to stomp on that dude's head.
Yeah. And then you had the two guys from his corner that went in there and attacked Conor,
Which was horrible.
But you know, everybody's in shock. And then afterwards, you know, Rogan did a podcast with was it John Dudley, I think, or Cameron Hayes? No, John Dudley.
Was it Dudley?
And he was saying, I don't think it's a big deal, you know, like this was a fight that happened in a place where fights happen, you know, like, you know, it was just the emotions. Now, the two guys that come in, that was definitely bad. But,
yeah.
But, you know, Khabib got let his emotions get the best of him. You know, he's usually a pretty...
Dude, he went to fight one of the guys that probably talks the most, the best trash in the fight world, dude.
Yeah.
And it got to him, man. It got to him.
And so you got to wonder if there's a rematch.
If we do see a rematch, dude, it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take his belt from him.
Did you see there was a picture where Khabib is in the room with Putin? He's back in Russia.
Oh, okay. So this is recent.
This was this week. He's sitting in an office with Putin.
Wow.
And he apologized to Putin for his actions.
Yeah.
Like this is some
weird,
crazy
right?
stuff.
It's weird, dude.
And Putin's all behind him. Like you did what you were supposed to do, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Crazy how they like worship Putin.
Oh yeah,
the Russians, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, won't you think the Russians probably say that about us? Don't you think it's crazy how the Americans worship Donald Trump?
But do we?
That's what probably two Russians are doing right now on their podcast. What do they think? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do we?
two Russians.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
That'd be funny, right? But they probably
work on that. They work on that TU-160 blackjack that looks like the B1.
Yes, dude, the Russian version of the Red Ball show.
They have, yeah. Oh man,
that'd be great.
Dude, if I could do a good Russian accent, we should do a
yeah, my Russian sucks.
We could wear those Khabib hats and like do a Russian version
of it. Oh, that's such a
talking
great...
about how big of a piece of shit the airplane is that we work on.
You know, it is weird, man. Why do you have a mixed martial arts fighter there with the country's leader?
Putin called him on the phone post-fight.
Well, Putin
congratulated him.
Putin's a beast himself. Like he's a wrestler and all that stuff, you know. But meanwhile, our president's gonna be like, I'm gonna have Kanye come in and talk some weird shit about being better with cars and looking at my phone. That was weird too, man.
But did you see the part where President Trump was like, he goes, you know, I got a couple people here in my office that like me, and you hear Kanye say, like, I love you, and he stands up, he's like, I'm gonna give you a hug, and gives him a hug, gets up, walks behind the desk in the Oval Office, grabs Trump and says, I love you. And I was like, what the hell's this? Is completely unprecedented in American history.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing, man.
It is.
There's never been another president that's been like, you know what? I'm gonna have a rapper
What's
or a
funny?
musical artist come.
What's funny is
I don't know. Has Elvis ever went to the White House? Anyways,
to
talk to
I don't know. He went.
But it is weird, dude. There's freaking strange times we're living in right now, man.
Absolutely. One video that I remember. Did you ever see that video of Mike Myers and Kanye West when Hurricane Katrina happened, and they were talking about all the black people that were affected by the hurricane and everything.
No.
And Kanye West grabs a mic and goes, "George Bush don't like black people."
Oh, I remember that.
Mike Myers is like,
I remember that, dude.
Yeah.
I do remember
Crazy,
that.
right?
And I imagine that's something you could YouTube and watch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can. And now Kanye West is wearing a MAGA hat and he's in the Oval Office hugging it's insane. This country is insane right now.
It's weird, but there's some weird stuff going on right now, man.
But I'm interested in seeing what happens. I don't agree with a lot of people saying, this is a fight. This is what happens at fights. Even when Conor talks shit, even when a lot of fighters talk shit, they still are class acts if they lose. And Conor was a class act.
Yeah.
He took his loss.
I don't know. Did you see? And since you've been following it, there's a couple videos out where you can actually hear the audio between them while they're fighting.
I have not seen that.
And that's good stuff. Because Conor tells him, like it's at the end of the round, he tells him it's just business, and then I guess Khabib told him, let's talk, and they're trying to break him up. So then in the next round, Khabib's on top of Conor, just laying down some ground and pound, and he said, let's talk now, so yeah, so all that stuff that Conor did was to promote the fight, man.
Oh yeah,
but Khabib.
I told you it was.
I think
brilliant.
Khabib just lost his mind. Got to him, dude.
It'll
get to anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, it'll get to anybody. So yeah, man, the stuff's interesting, dude. Honestly, I think he'll get his belt stripped because I don't think he's going to be able to fight for a while.
Honestly, rightfully so. I think. I don't know how you feel about it, but
he'll get his belt stripped. Might see a Tony Ferguson, which see, that's the other thing, man. Like I told you, I think the post-fight bullshit, it just took over some of those fights that we saw, man. Tony Ferguson beat the shit out of Anthony Pettis. It was good. And Anthony Pettis he put up a good fight.
Yeah.
But he just...
Tony Ferguson's a beast,
He's crazy, man.
He is crazy.
He's crazy. He said he hadn't sparred in 6 months. Or no, he said he doesn't spar. That's the thing. He came off that knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was less than 6 months ago. He blew his knee out. Came back and just... It didn't look like he was gone for a second, man. So it would be interesting to see Ferguson and Conor. It would be interesting to see Ferguson and Khabib.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That would be good.
Well, I don't think Khabib's done by any means. It's going to be a while.
There's a few things too, because I don't think he was able to get his purse.
They're talking about he may forfeit all $2 million.
He's also talking about, you do that, I'm leaving the UFC. So we may not see him again. It's like you said, if you're interested in keep watching it, man, watch Brendan Schaub's show. He talks a lot about it, and he's in the know about all that stuff.
Oh yeah, he's
so is Rogan, but just start watching some of that stuff, man. You'll start seeing what's happening, man. But even follow Khabib stuff on Insta or whatever.
Did you listen to the Rogan podcast that had Conor's head coach and that other Kavanaugh and what's the other guy? Lockhart. That guy's crazy, dude.
I think he's a weight cutting genius, though.
And
with some of the stuff it's hard to understand him, dude. But I think it boiled down with that guy talking about everybody's different, man.
I think he knows 100% because he always says 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yep.
I think 100% he knows exactly what he's doing. He just can't communicate it good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was interesting for him to talk about you feed the body differently based on your activity.
Yes.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I told Mark to watch that. I even sent him the link. Sometimes he acts like he doesn't know how to use YouTube. He's like, hey, how do I watch that again? I'm like, dude, on YouTube.
But he knows how to hack into like
dude, he's Japanese. Well, they know how to do all that like techie shit. Right? Yeah. But I guess he just doesn't know how to get on apps and stuff like that.
His eyes really slant when he grabs a cell phone. Love you, Mark.
Mark cracks me up, dude. But hey, so you got a big weekend coming up.
Do have a big weekend. We've been probably super involved in preparing for this for the last month. So.
And it's the Morrow Volunteer Fire Department.
Morrow Volunteer Fire Department Fall Festival. We do it every year. I think this is our 5th year doing it. And we have a barbecue, live auction. We're doing something a little bit different this year with that. We're going to do multiple raffles.
Cool.
So every year, basically how it works, the whole idea is to raise funds for volunteer fire departments. We know that we are subsidized by the county, but a lot of our operating budget every year, how we pay for equipment and gear and to operate, comes from donations. And I'm super thankful for the relationship that we do have with the county commissioners and the help that they give us. We have to put a lot of work in doing that. And so, we look at, it costs roughly about $10,000 to gear up a firefighter head to toe.
Wow.
And that's for 2 different elements, wildland fire or a structure fire. And that's, to put somebody in that situation costs about $10,000 a person. So it's
crazy.
It's a lot of money. The trucks are expensive.
Oh yeah.
We're probably sitting on right about $750,000 worth of equipment just in trucks.
Wow. And
probably probably about $50,000 in just personal protective equipment. So
you're getting close to
we're getting close to $1 million. And then if you take
you're probably in the $1 million.
We're probably pretty close with our station and other equipment. Yeah, we're probably pretty close to $1 million for an all volunteer
that's cool
service, And so we do this every year. It's great. We serve a meal.
Okay. So like if somebody comes out there, what do they expect to
you're gonna get a full brisket dinner, man. Okay. Brisket, sausage, potato salad, beans. We'll have desserts, cobbler, peach cobbler, and stuff. We'll have live entertainment by a gentleman who is he may be an interesting guy to get on our podcast. He's a Elvis tribute artist. But he's a retired Navy E9.
Oh, cool.
And he taught junior ROTC as well when he retired from the Navy. And,
you might have to hook that one up, dude.
He got himself situated to where he could do what his real passion was, and his real passion is entertaining people.
And that'd be a great guy to have on that.
And he doesn't do just Elvis. He does Roy Orbison. He does a bunch of different stuff. But he dresses up in his little, and he puts on a decent show. So, and it's real good because we have an older population, out there, and so a lot of the older people really enjoy that.
Oh heck yeah, man!
But he's a good performer. Yeah. He's fun to watch,
I enjoy that music. I mean, that stuff is.
So we do that. Well, we're trying something different this year. We go out and solicit businesses around the Abilene area and then around Tuscola Winters area, and there's a lot of businesses that are gracious in donating items. That's money out of their pocket. They stuff from clothing that represents their business to tool sets and you name it, man. And then what we do is this year we're gonna our treasurer, she kind of took charge of this, and she's kind of bundling things up.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have different colored raffle tickets that are different denominations, so you can come in and look at things and say, oh, I want to buy 10 $5 tickets, 5 $10 tickets.
Oh, okay.
And then you just go drop your tickets, and then we'll draw. And we got a lot of stuff.
That's cool, man.
Draw out, and then you leave home with
whatever you get if you get picked. Right?
With
What
a
time does it
prize.
kick off now?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
We are going to have some weather tomorrow, but it should be out. It doesn't matter. Come out because we're all indoors, so everything will be indoors.
Awesome.
It's supposed to be a good temperature, and it's a good.
Is it at the fire department?
It's at the fire station, 2718 County Road 184, Ovalo, Texas.
I'm sure somebody puts it in their Google or
Yeah, I'll put, like, when we post this podcast, I'll put all the I can put all that information in. And a lot of people say, well, why should I go out and support a volunteer fire department that doesn't provide me with a service?
Mm-hmm.
And my response to that is, before I got involved with the volunteer fire service, all I was cognizant of was Abilene Fire Department, because why? I lived in Abilene, right?
Yep.
Well, when I moved out into the county and I become a part of it, I never thought about what would happen if I had a medical emergency or a car wreck or something out in the, out on the highway in between towns.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to come help me? Well, it's those volunteers that, they stop what they're doing on that Saturday afternoon and they answer the call, and they go out there to serve their fellow man, help a perfect stranger in need, and so that's why I say, and
you're essentially the link to the bigger city if someone needs to get transported for more severe help. So that's awesome.
And one of the things the volunteer fire service is kind of trying to change the perception of volunteers, because in the past, there's a bunch of rednecks got on a brush truck and went out and put the wet stuff on the red stuff, but we are actually highly trained people.
Yep.
We do a lot of the same training that professional paid firefighters do. I shouldn't say that. We're all professional firefighters.
Okay.
The difference is some people do it for a 9 to 5 and get paid.
Yes.
And we don't get paid. So, we do a lot of, we train.
Mm-hmm.
We train every month. We have a training subject on, I do it a little bit different probably than most do, but the first Monday of the month is our training meeting, and we'll do a fire subject one month and then a medical subject the next month, and then we alternate that. And then this spring, actually, you're going to be involved in it.
Yep.
We're going to do a extrication exercise where we're going to set up a mock car wreck. You're going to be our victim, and we're going to respond as we would to a car wreck, and we're going to cut the car open and we're going to extricate you.
I'm excited to do this.
And we're going to, assess you for injuries and do what we need to.
What if I shit my pants, like, just to see how your buddies react?
Please don't.
I'm just kidding. I don't think I could do that. Just go in there and just crap.
We got a Code Brown. Put a tourniquet around his neck. He's done.
Hey, we're gonna start the exercise over again.
But training is only as effective as realistic as you can make it.
Sure.
Those two things go hand in hand, and so
it's kind of like when we deploy, man.
Absolutely.
Like when we were here playing war games here, when we're doing exercises, and we get to the real
nothing.
It's nothing.
Like
but there's some similarities as far as us wrenching on the aircraft, launching out, recovering, doing those things. But like there's certain things that you just can't replicate in the real in the field.
And we've cut cars up before.
Yeah.
Like on car wrecks and stuff, but in training, and in training, when you're cutting the car up, we take it slow and we're going through everything. And you don't have the stress of having somebody injured inside the vehicle when we do it. So that's what I want to accomplish with this training exercise.
That's gonna be fun, man.
I want people to get out there and learn, but I want them to learn with some realism,
Yep.
And I'm going to try to coordinate with the local Aerovac base and see if we get the helicopter
get
out
the
there.
whirly bird involved.
Just to come out. They like to come out to that kind of stuff.
It's probably good training for them too, man.
It's good training for them. It gets them familiar with different areas.
Yeah.
And familiar with faces.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like to sell memberships for their service, which is something that when I was active duty Air Force, I didn't really I didn't really participate in it because, the military would, if I had to be flown somewhere, the military is going to pay for it, right? Well, now that I'm not in the military, just to give you an idea, a flight from, say, Anson to Abilene, which is what, 20 miles?
Yeah.
Give or take 30 miles maybe. By car, it's a 10-minute flight for a helicopter is about $15,000 to $17,000.
Cha-ching! Yeah, that's
so you can they bring representatives out to these,
that aviation gas
deals.
ain't cheap.
No, it's not.
That's probably where most of your money's coming from.
And they bring representatives out and they sell memberships and do stuff like that. We're gonna have a fish fry that day. So
awesome.
But they sell the membership. Memberships are like, I want to say, don't quote me on the price. If I remember it, they're about like $140 a year for a family.
Oh wow!
So if you do the math, you break it down month by month. It's pretty cheap insurance. You know what I mean? And if you're a member and you're involved in something or have a medical emergency, you have to be flown. You don't pay for it.
They only do medical emergencies. They won't take you around Abilene.
One of those. Hey, man, I need to go to the ball and it's raining.
No, like how they do those site things like in Vegas. So bigger cities are like, I paid for this. I got a membership. I want to use it. Are you hurt, sir? No, I just want to take some cool pictures. I got a lady I want to impress. Show her the skylight.
Maybe they'll I don't know if you've ever been up close to those helicopters.
Yeah, I have.
But that helicopter can fit in this garage.
Yeah, they're small.
If the rotors were, the tail would stick out, but it's tiny.
During when I was taking my A&P license back in the day, it was 2005 is when I got that. They landed out there just for us to look at the plane and then took off. So and when I got up to it, it's like, it's not that big. And plus, my mother-in-law, she used to be a flying nurse for Hendricks when the Whirly Bird was out there. I mean, we still got it, don't we? Doesn't Hendricks still have the helicopter?
It's not Hendricks don't operate anymore. It's Aerovac, but they're based at Hendricks.
She used to fly on that. So when I'd go see her at the hospital or whatever with Kim, and I'd always see the plane just parked out there. And it's not a very big plane.
No, they're tiny.
Helicopter.
I mean, it would be like if you and I were sitting elbow to elbow, and then the pilot's on the right-hand side in front, and then the patient's feet are like right here next to the pilot. Yeah. So it's real small.
It's crazy.
And they're
tiny.
They do good work, man. They're all critical care.
Yeah.
Paramedic and nurse.
So Saturday evening, man, that's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna try and make it out there, Andy. I don't think there shouldn't be any reason why I shouldn't go out there.
So, man. Come on out.
I'm gonna go check it out too.
Good food. Our food is gonna be prepared by The Shed. It's a new restaurant in Abilene. It's not a new restaurant to the area. It's a new restaurant to Abilene, though. They used to have a restaurant out in Wingate. And they got Wingate is due west of Winters, about 7 miles.
Cool.
So south of Abilene, a little rural area.
So some good fundraising, man. Going to a great fire department to help it, so these guys can.
Yep, good cause, man.
Keep up what they're doing, man. That's awesome. Hey, speaking of fundraising, man, I was reading. I mean, that whole the senator stuff with Beto and Cruz. They said Beto raised like $38 million. My question is, dude, like, okay, you raise all that money. Where's that money go? And what is that money doing? I've never thought about that, dude.
Yeah,
because I'm not really a big political person.
I think.
Where does that's $38 million. Where's it going? What's it doing?
You got to think, they're campaigning across the whole state of Texas.
Yep.
So
you know how many counties are in the state of Texas?
No.
When I was doing this research, apparently 254, 255.
You should know that. Didn't you take like Texas geography or Texas history?
I did, but like I don't think they really covered that.
Schools for suckers.
It is. And it's what's weird, man. I mean, when I was going to school, man, I excelled in history, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Just like whenever we were studying for promotion when it came to PDG, I loved the history part, dude. And then you get no history questions. Anyways, but yeah, 254 counties, man. And where does that money go? Where does that $38 million that this dude Beto got? Where's it gonna go?
Yard signs, advertisements, commercials, smear campaigns,
Yeah, but
private jets. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Hotels probably he probably pays. I know a lot of people have they'll get backings from political action committees, and they'll have basically they'll set up centers in different towns and stuff, and they'll like run the campaign for him in that city.
Yep.
And I think you got to pay those people. I don't know. I mean, but you think like
with that article I was reading too, it also said that, like, believe it or not, like me and you, he's not getting, or when I say he, let's just say senators, when they're out there fundraising, they're not getting most of the money from people like me and you. They're getting it from what you said,
from
like
political action
the PACs
committees, different.
They're getting some from us, but it's the big large money comes from people that are freaking rich as shit.
Oh yeah,
and they can make a difference in the state or in the county that you live in.
People that have money influences everything,
yeah,
and that's why our political system is so corrupt.
It is a little corrupt. Yeah.
That's why you'll hear some people say, we ran a true grassroots campaign.
Yeah.
Now we'll define that. What is that? Well, all of our donations come from, our largest donation was this and that.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe at the local level.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But this is a big.
It is big.
This is a big race that's being publicized nationwide.
To turn Texas blue.
Good luck.
Kind of scary if that Joker can get $38 million. Apparently he smoked old Cruz, dude. But you know what? That doesn't mean anything, man.
No, I mean,
I guess it means something as far as raising funds. That guy raised a lot of money. He has some big supporters out there with deep pockets.
We'll see, man.
It's kind of scary, man.
Well, that's what that's the thing. That's kind of why we get stuck with who we get stuck with, and I'm not with our I shouldn't say who we get stuck with, who we get elected as our president, because the average Joe who probably would be a good fit for a presidency could never run for president because he could never, you've got to have
money
a
to
significant
be in politics,
amount
man.
of money,
Yeah.
to do that, and it's really sad,
Yep. You've got to be wealthy if you want to be in politics.
I remember, I think it was me and Doza went to Langley to do an air show. We took 105 there for Static, and we were kind of wrapping up at the end of the day with tours, showing people upstairs, and this guy come over, and this is right after Obama had won his first election, and it was in the fall, so he was going to be inaugurated the following January. And this guy comes up. And he's like, you know what I think needs to happen? He goes, I think a rogue colonel needs to take
this guy's thinking it out.
A division or whatever, like a group of rogue soldiers, and kill everybody at the inauguration. And then he said, then we can start over from fresh.
Wow.
And I was like, and I'm looking at those, and he goes,
"Is that an air show?"
And this guy, an air show. And this guy is serious.
And this guy was
crazy.
Probably prior military as well.
I mean, he was a sawed off, he was like Pete Kennedy's height, but he was just huge. And he's just like, he's mad. And I just remember, he goes, I know you guys can't say anything, but I know you feel the same way. And then he just walks off. And me and Doze are like, what the hell just happened?
He's hoping. He's like, God, I hope I planted the seed.
It's like, what the hell just happened?
That's crazy.
Then, I was like, should I report that? Nah. And,
we got beer to drink. Let's go.
We went on, but
let's close it.
It was crazy, man. And so, it just goes to show that, this really affects, some of these things really affect how people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Like I told you, I'm not really a big political person, but it's just kind of interesting to me to find an article out there on the interwebs and just start reading, man. And you start going into these. It starts to take into a big rabbit hole, dude, of things, and it makes you think.
Or what about when Hillary lost the election this year? The amount of people that lost their shit and broke down crying, and And guess what?
Shut up!
Guess what? The world went on.
It did.
You know, everything just went on.
Yeah. Hey man, I like the guy that's running the world right now.
I think
he's doing a good job.
It,
He's one of those guys that he's a money man. And we were talking about money. I like we all work hard for a money man. I want to see where our money's going, and he's one of those people that kind of get the checkbook balanced out. You know, he's a businessman. The other stuff might be a little Looney Tunes, like him having Kanye come up to the White House. That was strange, man. That's weird, dude.
You know, to me, I think it's kind of refreshing to have somebody different.
Yeah.
So he's a true outsider.
Yeah.
That's why both sides of the aisle don't like him, because he's not one of them, and it's kind of entertaining. And,
he's not one of them because he can't be bought because he already has all the money. He's rich.
Yeah. And so I kind of feel bad for the guy. Like even if I didn't support him, I would still feel kind of bad for him, because you know the amount of ridicule and everything that he goes through day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like you said, he's got enough money to do whatever the hell he wants. He didn't have to do this.
He didn't have to do this, man.
You know, and his life will never be the same after this. You know,
No.
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But
I think almost anybody that gets into politics, even if you make it all the way up to the highest, being the POTUS, I think any type of political figure, you're always going to have that type of people making fun of you, picking at what you do.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Why do you want that life? You know, some people,
Yeah.
I think it's because they're corrupt. They want money. Some people, they're honestly out there. They want to make change.
Well, you know,
They want to make a difference.
Those are a lot of the people, and I'll say it
Mm-hmm.
On both sides that are in it for special interest.
Yeah, man. They want to get
Personal
that
interest.
dollar, make you holler.
You know, and then or they're part of the Illuminati, and
I don't even start looking at that stuff, right? Talking about rabbit holes. That's going to take you deep.
we said something. Me and Mark Smith was talking about something the other night, and Danielle was there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, do you put your little tinfoil hat on?" Making fun of me, and I was like, "Well, I mean, conspiracy theories interest me, man. You know,
they are interesting, man.
And I got some quirks when it comes to that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's fun. that kind of stuff's fun. I've yet to watch it, but I guess House of Cards is real good.
I tried to watch a little bit of it, man. I can't get into it, but maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know, just something about also knowing that Kevin Spacey's not going to be on the show. Like if you get towards your later seasons, you know he's gone. Yeah, because he likes to hump little kids.
But do you ever wonder, like, when you're watching crazy ass shows, and there's a lot of really good ones, you know, you're like somebody thought this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But did they base it on something that really happens? You
know
what I mean?
Like is it loosely based on something?
Like does Dexter, was there really a Dexter? You know what I mean?
Probably some sort of
you know.
Oh, that'd be crazy, dude. And maybe Dexter's still out there right now, doing what he does.
I did see a movie last weekend, which I give 10 thumbs down.
Okay. First of all, before you tell me, did Lou DeWitt tell you to watch this movie? That motherfucker's horrible at picking movies, and he'll tell you.
No, but I'm gonna blame him anyway.
Okay.
The Gotti movie with John Travolta.
Oh, I wouldn't watch that, dude. I heard it was bad.
Horrible, man.
Yeah.
Well, I had to see for myself because I really, you know,
you watched that.
I watched the whole thing, and I'm just like, John Travolta is horrible as a mobster. Horrible. It's a horrible movie.
And he was so great in Pulp Fiction, dude, as a thug.
He was good. I mean, Pulp Fiction, Urban Cowboy, Saturday Night Fever.
Well, I just said Pulp Fiction because he said of a gangster.
Oh,
but I guess maybe he's portraying a real life gangster, and he was horrible at doing it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what we think, but maybe that's how John Gotti was. Maybe John Gotti was just a horrible gangster.
Maybe. I mean, he did get arrested a lot.
Yeah, maybe he's just horrible at it. Travolta's performance is spot on.
Tony Soprano beat everything.
Oh my God,
he just couldn't beat the gun at the end. But
that show changes the way we watch television, dude. Like when I was watching that, I was like, "There's never ever going to be another show better than this, dude." Before that show I was kind of really into ER. I watched that, and then I watched Sopranos. I was like, "Dude, there's nothing that's going to beat this."
There could never be another mob movie ever that show. Yeah, that will. I mean, I think probably the closest thing that you have that could compete with Sopranos is probably Sons of Anarchy.
Ray Donovan's kind of like that too, man.
Ray Donovan too.
Yeah,
that is a.
I think what it is, it's like it takes a person that does horrible shit, but then you root for him. Like Dexter was like that way too.
Oh yeah, like I was super emotional in watching The Sopranos.
Yeah,
like I love Tony Soprano, and he's a horrible bad person.
That's bad shit.
And then like at the end, like for probably a good 5-6 years, I refused to admit that he got killed.
Yeah, man. When he died, yep, James Gandolfini.
And then so I would read about it, and then you're like, shit, he died.
He's dead, dude. Didn't take care of himself, man. Just died. I think he died in Paris or in Italy.
Yeah, well, what I mean, I mean in the show. At the end,
yeah,
like how the show ends.
Yeah,
you know, it just goes black. He looks back, it goes black, and I'm like, no, Tony Soprano's not dead.
Did they come out and say that they got gunned down?
Speculation.
Oh well,
speculation. You know.
But
it made sense.
You didn't see anything, man.
But yeah, it's a shame that he was a great actor too.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie The Last Castle?
Yeah,
with him and Robert Redford.
Yeah, dude.
That was a good.
That's a good one too, man. Yeah, so don't watch Gotti. It's a shit movie.
Don't watch, dude. Horrible movie. like that was probably the biggest waste of $3.99 that I've ever.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that I chose that over Sicario too.
Oh, you dummy. God, Sicario 2 is good, man.
Yeah, I'll watch it this weekend.
That movie's good, dude. Did you see part 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, part 1,
many times.
Okay, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I don't want to give you a spoiler alert or anything, but like part 1 was great because it focused on Benicio del Toro's character, right? Sicario 2 is all Josh Brolin, so you need to watch that, dude. And it's good. God, it's so good. It makes you think. I think our government works this way.
Oh, I guarantee you they do that stuff, dude.
I think they operate this way, man, to keep there's a balance. So, God, you watch Gotti? I don't even think Gotti made it to the theater. Did it go to the theater?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it was just like, hi, we're going to go straight to Amazon. Or whatever. I think Lifetime's showing Gotti right now.
And Amazon's like what's the dude that owns Amazon?
Bezos.
Bezos is like, get me the motherfucker who put this movie on Amazon Prime.
Get it out.
Get him in my office. And then he's like, you're fired.
And then give all the guys out there stocking them shelves a raise. I think they did get raises. I thought I read something like that, man. The Amazon monster.
John Travolta, he's kind of we know he's a Scientologist.
Yeah, he's had a hard, like, crazy life, man. Like, he lost a son.
Yeah.
I think before he married what's her name, Kelly Preston, his other wife like died on him. Yeah, so he's had some rough time, man.
He got in trouble for propositioning HJs from massage therapists.
What's the matter with that? Did that really happen?
They were men.
Oh, what again? No, I don't know if that really happened, man.
I don't know either.
When I didn't want to think about when I heard that. I was like, oh man, I don't hear that about Travolta. Even though he's a Scientologist, I got nothing against Scientology. I just think it's not a religion I want to follow. But I was like, no, Travolta, that's not true. You don't want to hear about guys you like watching their movies and think they're awesome.
Because you automatically look back to Pulp Fiction. You're like, he was such a badass.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't. Oh, it's almost like when Schwarzenegger got like busted because he was banging his maid and he even had a kid and he's been giving her money. You're like, damn it, Arnold. You know what though? It shows you everybody's human, man, and we all make mistakes, right? Sure. Oh, human and make mistakes. Speaking of human and make mistakes, dude, I'm never gonna do aerial yoga again.
No, the fact that
just kidding. It's not a mistake. I wasn't careful.
You're not going to do it because you hurt yourself. You're not going to do it because it's gay.
You know what, man? I probably will do it again. There was a couple times there where, dude, my back felt great because it's stretching your whole body, dude. I'm spending time with my wife. And like I said, sometimes it's like, if you go to that, it's like you're walking into your Instagram feed, dude. So
there's a lot of hairy dudes?
No, there's that's what's on your Instagram feed.
Not well. I mean, they're holding guns.
Yeah, dude. Like I told you, I've always had this issue with my back ever since I've blown it out. And anything I can find that just makes it feel better, dude,
Yeah.
I'm down to try it. So I went to go do that with Kim, and then just got a little bit too.
Well, and you like yoga, so you're thinking.
Yeah, got a little too confident and just blew my arm out. Right, so it's getting repaired. It's repaired. I'm just healing up now. So
let me ask you a question
Mhm.
about aerial yoga. Like is this a no kidding like discipline of yoga? Like, is it a shoot off?
I think it is.
Like are these people that are teaching it? Are they like certified?
Yeah.
In aerial yoga and like teaching the proper technique?
Yeah.
And,
well, I don't know about that because I blew my arm out at this joint.
well, that's why I'm asking.
No, I think they are, man. I think it was my fault because it's called Huffington's Pilates, and it's right up the road from here, you know, or off of Antley. But yeah, man, it's a legit building.
Do you think that
place.
maybe you had already had a partial tear?
No, this was a whole 150 pounds of just torquing on one arm, dude. Just torqued it over, man. So yeah, it tore, and then I heard, and that was the snap of the ligament, and my bicep blew this way. Thank goodness it didn't blow this way, because I've heard that's a little bit longer recovery, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
But I think
it's a legit thing.
I think I don't know for sure, just because my mom tore her rotator cuff, and they said one of the things that they can do to help the rotator cuff to alleviate the pain is they can detach the bicep from the top.
Mm-hmm.
And her orthopedic doctor, so you don't really need that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, with you and all your fitness stuff, maybe you do, but
well, I need it too because of my profession.
Well, yeah, but what I'm getting at is, I think you can.
You're probably better off
to do it. Yeah, I think this is worse. Blowing it off distally is worse than. I don't know. That's kind of what I gather. But.
Yeah, you once you it's like anything, man. Once you hurt your hand or whatever, you don't realize how much you do certain movements or move certain ways until something is taken.
The reason why I say that is because that's where all your flexion is.
Yeah. Yep. Like, yeah, this sucks.
But I don't know, because I'm here in 2 weeks. We'll start studying the muscle in AMP, so I'll learn all that.
Cool. And you'll get to actually see that's what Johnny did.
Then if you blow your arm out again,
you could possibly
pretty much just fix it. You got a Porter cable drill around here. So.
Yeah, and I got a rusted knife. We can use one of Stu's knives. Yeah, to cut me open.
We'll have to sharpen that thing.
Yeah. I wonder if he's made any more. I was gonna hit him up and have him make me an actual chef's knife, man, for that kitchen.
Yeah.
Because I'm always up in the kitchen. I want a good knife. I've used that to cut up meat before, but I want a chef's knife, dude.
I still want like a tomahawk or a battle axe or something.
Yeah, I want that too, but I want a chef's knife, man. I don't know. You may go out tomahawking more than you go in the kitchen. So.
No, I just think it'd be cool to have a tomahawk, man.
Especially like you were saying too, actually, to take out into the field with you when you went hunting.
Yeah, because you gotta
or whatever
you gotta break the pelvic bone, and that I had. I find out. Well, no, I had like a little Gerber hatchet that I used, but apparently my ex-wife decided that
took that too. Huh?
She needed that in the divorce too.
So. Sorry.
I find that out more and more. Like, oh man, I don't have
that anymore. Yeah.
Thanks, asshole. Thanks for bringing that up, Johnny.
You did that. You went that route, man. You went that way. I was just talking about how cool it is to have a hatchet if you were hunting and prepping up.
But no, they do come in handy. SOG makes some pretty good little they call it a fast hawk. It's like a small, but that's for literally doing Mel Gibson Patriot type.
Patriots. Dude, that scene in that movie was disgusting.
Best scene in the movie.
That was awesome.
He's got his boys up there shooting.
Yep.
Good movie.
Good movie. Really good movie.
Braveheart too. I like that one. William Wallace.
We went and saw Venom.
How was that?
I love it. I mean, you know me. I love that stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
I love superhero, Marvel, DC.
So who is Venom?
Venom is actually, this guy went to school with the webhead Peter Parker, but I guess they're picking up the story where they're out of school and he's done with college, and he's a reporter, just like Peter Parker, and he just reports on the news. But he's kind of does his own thing. He's got he's like a gritty side gig, you know. And he gets there's this stuff from space that gets on him, and it turns him to Venom. It's like a symbiote type shit.
And what's his power, or what's his?
Very similar to the spider, you know, but he can he doesn't throw webs out, like it's like black venom, like it is like black webs that come out. But the thing is with him is it's that symbiote, that thing that gets into him actually is alive, and it actually gets into his mind, and he battles it constantly. Like that thing will be like, okay, let's bite this guy's head off, and he's like, don't do that, you know. But it's him. It's inside.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I love the way they did it, because in the comic books, it's awesome how Venom is. You know, I mean, he's always trying to kill Spider-Man for some reason.
It seems like, you know,
it's good the way they did it, dude.
Like superheroes and stuff always have that internal conflict with.
Yeah, and like this, there was one scene. Yeah, I don't know. He just he could have jumped out a window and got somewhere a lot faster, and that voice tells him to jump. And then the next scene, you see him, he's at the elevator, and then you hear that voice in his head, pussy. And it's ragging him, dude. He's like, you know, because the normal person, when he was normal, he would never ever just go jump out of a building, dude. You know, so yeah, it's just cool. And dude, when you go see movies like that, you got to realize too that you're seeing something that's just total BS, and you're just taking yourself away from the real world and just losing yourself in their world. You know, so.
Well, I enjoyed the Iron Man movies, and I think probably for me,
those are great.
The reason why I like Robert Downey Jr. was probably the best person they could have cast.
Oh yeah,
because he's funny, and but it seemed like to me, because those movies were funny. They had a little
there's
humor,
some comedy and there's some humor,
you know, and I think that's probably why I related with them better than the others.
Yeah,
I've never seen a Spider-Man movie.
None? No. Not even a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? No. What's the matter with you, dude?
I just not into this. I grew up Batman. That was my uncle took me to the first Batman movie.
Well, dude, if you can watch those, you can get into Spider-Mans, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
I guess I have to try it.
You got to.
And then the first Avengers, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
If you like the first Avengers, you're going to like them all.
And then Transformers.
Yeah. I like all that stuff too, man. Yeah. Even though that's some people will give it, Rotten Tomatoes will just be like, I'll still go see it, man, because you get to see shit blowing up, robots moving around.
Girls.
Yes, they got to have that in there. But it's all the stuff that we grew up as little kids seeing on cartoons or in comic books, and it's all coming to life now, man. So hell yeah, I'm gonna go out and see it. They're genius. They're gonna get my money.
I miss that, dude. I miss the Saturday morning cartoons.
You don't have to. You can get a Saturday morning cartoons every day now.
Yeah, true. You can stream it. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, every day. You're gonna get a Splinter, son. I wouldn't be doing that. I didn't sand this down very good. I just kind of plopped it together.
He's working out, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
Dual purpose. It's perfect for fights.
Yes, dude.
Especially now I got here early enough last week. And
you claimed a good spot. Yeah.
And Darren was all crowding me about whipped his ass. I didn't say nothing until he left. Though.
Yeah, he's lucky, dude. I saw you. You're about to jump on him. I had to cool you out, being like, "Don't, dude, don't." The Conor McGregor fight, it's about to happen. Just don't. So, yeah.
So what else, man? I'm on 2 weeks vacation.
You are?
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Get off me.
So what are you going to be doing?
I'm probably going to wait till you get better to do that little project.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Because there's no super hurry to do it. In fact, it'll probably just take us maybe a couple weekends.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one weekend if I use that stuff. You can buy that stuff at Home Depot.
Yeah, they got it at Home Depot.
If they got it, we'll do that.
And that thing is too, I think if they don't have it, you can be like, hey, get it to your store, and then you can just get it, and then they'll have you pick it up. But so they're gonna have it.
We could probably do that in a weekend. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I'm just gonna get caught up on stuff around the house.
I imagine a lot of people are going to be taking vacation where we work at, huh? That haven't used their vacation yet.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was either take it or get paid for it. Well, I mean, I can take it and get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know
Hey,
why
I'm going to
you
be
wouldn't.
off too, dude. That's weird. We're both off at the same
We're gonna
time.
have to do some
We could probably do
stuff
some.
throughout the week.
We could. We could do a little bit more, a couple more shows. Dude, that idea of having that Elvis impersonator.
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
That's a great idea. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. He's a super neat guy, man.
Yeah.
Super nice. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I'm always open to have new guests, man.
I mean, I like the first time that he come out, we took him up to the church so he could get all dressed up.
Yeah.
And then he hopped on the back of a fire truck, and I drove the fire truck into like right up front of the fire station with the lights and sirens going. Everybody's like, what the hell's going on? And then as soon as I turned the sirens off, his wife goes and does all the sound for him.
Yeah.
The music kicked on. It was like, I think he played like Hound Dog, and he hops off the back of the fire. So Elvis hops off the back of the fire truck and starts singing "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog."
That's
It was
cool,
really cool,
dude.
Yeah. And so we book him every year, like right away.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow, we'll book him for next year.
Oh man.
And he does.
We might not be able to get him on the podcast.
Oh my goodness, he does like. Well, he lives in Holly, so maybe on an evening.
Yeah.
We may have to adjust our schedule a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely.
But he does like. Oh, he's doing shows every week.
Wow.
Like multiple shows. He'll go one place. He does like a lot of nursing homes, retirement communities, and stuff like that.
What a dude! If of all
he used to play at the fair. I don't know if he played this year or not, but he plays at the fair usually.
Of all of those people in the music business to impersonate, you're gonna be making money if you're doing Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's another person like that? You think Michael Jackson? Of
Michael
course.
Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah, like it's there's.
Well, yeah, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's one. Elvis for sure. Kind of other. What's another person that's kind of like larger than life?
There's a lot of. There's a lot of.
There's bands out there. There's like a
like,
Kiss tribute band that's out there. They
like
do
Journey tribute
Yeah.
bands.
Those. I mean, yeah. If you're gonna be doing that kind of stuff, and you're not that person, but you really like their music, and you think you can impersonate them well enough, you just make yourself some money, son.
I'll put a plug out there for him. Check it out. Harvey McFadden on Facebook. He's an Elvis tribute artist. It's pretty cool.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it out tomorrow, dude.
Good.
I don't see why not. Hopefully you guys won't get freaking rained out. And then, like you said, you guys gonna be indoors, so
I'm kind of excited that I don't have to cook this year, because usually, like, I would be up there right now, and I stay all night.
See, I thought you were
cook.
gonna be cooking something too.
I cook 11. We'll have to cook the sausage.
Oh, okay, that's enough.
But we do that.
Yeah,
couple
usually
hours
you're
before.
up and you're just like smoking and
Yep.
just making food all through the night,
All
and
night.
then you got to stay up.
all day. Yeah.
Golly. Yeah.
I'm conditioned for it now.
Are
I'm
you?
working mid shift.
Yes, dude. The mid shift,
But
third shift, the shift that will kill you. Not very healthy for you.
so we were talking, and hopefully that if everything works out and I get accepted to nursing school, I'm gonna most likely have to quit my current job.
Mhm.
My dad goes, "Won't that be nice to have like a normal schedule?" And I was like, "You don't even know like how much I'm looking forward just to these 2 weeks
Yeah.
vacation,
Enjoy it, dude.
having a normal
Yep.
schedule." So
It's a good time for
yeah,
you.
I'm just gonna hang out,
let
man.
loose,
Really,
relax.
and
Let loose, relax.
yeah, I got some stuff to do around the house.
Mhm.
Enjoy not going to work.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I mean, I'm not gonna say just because like I'm not at work right now, but I'm still healing up. That's the only reason I'm not at work. It does feel good. It does feel good to get away from it, but
And I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I know there's a lot of people that when they would go on leave or whatever, like they were glad to get back to work. I've never had that feeling.
really,
Like I take vacation and I'm like, I dread going back.
off and on for me. It just depends what the hell's probably going on in my life at the time, man. It just depends.
I guess maybe if I guess maybe if you just take the vacation, you're not doing anything. Maybe,
Yeah.
But for the most part, most of the vacation that I take, like I'm always doing something or going somewhere.
That is weird. So are you not gonna go try to get some access deer on these 2 weeks or what?
I don't know yet.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe next week or maybe the week after. This week, pretty full of doctor's appointments with my mom and dad. But
I thought hunting might be inside your plans.
and they got a lot, man. They got a lot of rain down there. My uncle's place. He's got like a small lake.
Dang.
They've had quite a bit of rain over those. So have we over the last month. Do you see?
Kirby's been filling up right down the road. So yeah, we've been getting some rain.
That's good.
It is good. Dude, speaking of rain or storms, did you see pictures of Tyndall?
Yeah.
The base is gone.
Dude, it got, yeah. That's where Lou's going. He's got orders of that base. Maybe not. Maybe not after the hurricane.
Yep. Yeah, dude, they were showing. I was watching a video of a helicopter just kind of panning over.
I saw a picture of an F-15 that was like on a stick. It was completely upside down.
What?
The good thing was,
I just saw that, but I didn't look into it anymore because I don't really want to know. Did anyone get killed or hurt there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving. I was listening to Fox News, and Trump was talking about it. And I don't think at that point, I don't think that anybody had been injured yet or killed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, they got to do a lot of assessments and stuff like that. But how that emergency management process works is for large disasters like that it's really interesting. Like how fast they can get an infrastructure set up and get things back, starting to, because if you don't do anything, it's just gonna sit there, and they get people in there and assess all the damage and look for survivors and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. When was it Harvey last year in Houston?
Yeah.
There was, Abilene Fire Department, South Taylor EMS, a bunch of services sent people and equipment down there because you got to think, all your services that were working at that time,
they're not going to be working.
Were underwater.
Yeah.
And so, you still got medical emergencies, and you still got fires, and you still got all this stuff,
You're essentially dispatching a TDY.
And then the same thing, there's a lot of private security firms that stand up. They hire people and they go out there and they do security, to prevent looting and stuff. How sorry and sad of a human being do you have to be to go loot people's homes and businesses after a large scale disaster like that?
It's opportunity, man, for people that don't have anything.
I guess. I remember seeing pictures like of a dude carrying a big screen TV on his shoulder,
and it's flooded out.
Waist high
what
water.
What are you gonna do with that? He must live at a higher. He must have higher ground where you can plug it in, and he has electricity to work.
I'm like, where you at? He's got a generator in his tent and a 75-inch.
He's just thinking about the future, man.
I guess. Yeah.
That is pretty shitty, man. I see that when I see stuff like that. I'm like, dude, what? But you know what? I also wonder, man. Like, yeah, you said there's like a lot of people that come out and help out. What about the cleanup crews, dude? Just like come to clean up all that stuff.
Oh yeah, man,
right?
it's a big business, man.
Heck yeah.
Roofing.
Yep.
Contractors will they jump on that,
Oh yeah, dude. You think after they saw that storm in Tyndall, they're like,
I remember I went to Pensacola. I don't remember what year it was. 2005, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we flew there. I remember, and it was right after they had a hurricane there, months after, like probably 6 or 7 months. And we're flying over, and it was just every house that you flew over had blue tarps on their roof,
If you landed and you're like, I'm in Somalia. What the hell? Right? A picture like that, or I'm in Brazil.
It's crazy, man. I don't know. you got to think, man, those people voluntarily live in those places and they just get devastated.
I know, man.
Over and over.
I don't think I'd ever like to live that close to the coast. Great to visit and hang out for a couple weeks or so.
Hot and humid.
Yeah, but dude, you got the beach, you know?
But I'm afraid of the ocean. You don't know. I'll jump in a lake any day.
I'm afraid of the ocean too if like I was like out in it, but like I'll hang out on the beach. Play around right there. You know, don't go out any further than like 10 feet.
When I went to the Dean in 09, we did a Arabian adventure trip, you know, probably talked about it. And I don't like the ocean and I won't swim in it, but I swam in the Persian Gulf because I was like, well, A, I'm probably going to get my head chopped off on Al Jazeera. So I might as well enjoy this. But B, I'll probably never have this opportunity again. And that's something cool to say.
Yeah.
I've swam in the Persian Gulf.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty cool, man. I've swam in the Atlantic and the Pacific. I've never swam in the Persian. Or was I in the Indian Ocean? What ocean is that over there by Diego Garcia?
Indian Ocean.
Yes. You ever done the Indian Ocean, Andrew?
No,
What's up?
Nope.
What's up?
I think I've done the. What side is Cancun on?
Oh, you've done the. That's the shit side.
The shit side. I swam in a cesspool.
You swam in the Mexican Ocean.
And then I think I waded in the Puget Sound up in Seattle. That water was cold. I wasn't swimming in that.
You were doing the Wim Hof, dude?
Yeah. Dude. I remember like the first time I went to scout camp and we had to do our swim test so that we could go out in the canoes.
Yeah.
And you had to do like, you had to swim a certain amount. And that water's like 45-degree water.
Whew.
And so you get up there and the guy's like, "You ready?" He's like, "You're like, yeah." He's like, "All right,
challenge, dude.
On three, and you jump in and just swim." I was like, "Okay." He's like, 1, 2, 4, and I jumped in, dude. And I was like, 4, you know, I'm thinking, "You motherfucker!"
And you're in the air.
And I was already, and I hit that water, and that's what I did. I can't swim.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got out, dude. I was like, "Screw this!" But then subsequent times, you know, I finally did it, and they did that. They call it Polar Bear Challenge. There was a 1 mile width, a point to point on the lake where it was 1 mile, and I did it one year.
Dang!
I had a wetsuit on.
How many kids stroked out, dude? From
None,
cold,
man.
right?
I mean,
it's amazing.
Well, you'll cramp up, like people cramp up and stuff. But they have boats like going right next to you.
They can grab you out in case you do cramp up.
And then, but the reason why they do that swim test was me again, of course, because that's just how things happen. So we would canoe. We'd take on Wednesdays at scout camp. We'd load up the canoes with our fishing stuff, our sleeping bag, and our food and stuff. Well, we were lucky because our scoutmasters, they were the ones that opened the camp up, so they had their campers and their boats.
Yeah.
And so we'd load all our gear in the boats, and then I just put my fishing gear in there, and I would kind of while we were canoeing, I would just throw my line out and see if I could catch fish on the way.
Yeah.
Well, we got through like the lake was an upper lake and a lower lake because it bottlenecked in the middle. It was called the Narrows. Well, we got through the Narrows and we decided we were just going to take a break, and so we're sitting there. We're probably like 14, 15 years old, And there was 3 of us in the canoe, and we're just kind of resting, and I'm like casting, and there's other canoes of our group.
Yeah,
it's just us.
Yeah,
because we would go up to the upper end and we'd fish and we'd stay the night up there, just sleep on the ground, and then we'd get up in the morning, eat breakfast, and we'd canoe back. And so we decided, I reeled in and got my rod situated, and we decided that we're going to go. Well. One guy, the guy in the back, he steers. He'll paddle, and then he uses his paddle to steer the canoe.
Yep.
And then the other 2 guys, you want to alternate.
Yeah.
Well, we all just go lean over to one side, and it goes whoop, and it fucking threw us out. It created such a suction. There was such an air pocket under there. Like, we literally, once we got the canoe to the shore, it took 4 of us. Like, our scoutmaster had to park his boat, get out of his boat, and we all had to lift to break that that seal.
Dang.
And we were soaked, man. I was in
Yeah.
Soaked. My fishing pole's like,
so
I have my fishing pole and tackle box sitting at the bottom of New Fork Lake.
Dang.
Yeah, it sucked.
So when the scoutmaster that night was sleeping with you, did he?
I knew I shouldn't have brought that up.
Did he? Was like, don't worry, Andy, I'll buy you a new fishing pole if you.
It's like, oh, you're cold. I'm just gonna stay with me in my sleeping bed.
Come sleep in my tent tonight, and I'll warm you up. I'm kidding. But that shit probably happened.
Probably. Somewhere. You didn't miss much at work.
No.
No, they had a training day on Friday today. So there was a couple landers.
Yeah.
With 4 flights.
One thing I'm missing is this. Right?
Yeah.
But I'll be back. I'll be back in the game soon enough, man. Hopefully, man, they told me it takes like 6 to 8 weeks to fully heal, you know, and then of course physical therapy. But I mean, I can't speed up the healing process. The only thing I can do is just kind of rest, and that's all I've been doing, man. Resting.
Drink lots of water.
Yep.
Up your protein intake. If you need help with that, just let me know. Oh man, cook your brisket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, something. Sausage.
I was gonna watch it, dude. I knew it. I knew it was coming out. I knew it. Well, man, do you want to wrap this one up, dude?
Yeah.
It's a quick one. I think we'll probably talk for about as long as we normally do. But get one more time, man. Plug it again, Andy.
All right, Morrow Volunteer Fire Department tomorrow. If you're in the area, I'll post all the information. You can put the address in your GPS and your cell phone, Google Maps, whatever. Apple Maps, is that? Apple?
Yeah. I also went ahead and put it up on the Red Ball Facebook page.
And I'll also post our PayPal link. People want to donate or help out, you can do that via PayPal too. Every little bit helps,
Good stuff, man.
If you aren't able to support this, or you live in an area where there is a volunteer service, get out there in any state. Get out there, support them, donate, help out. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer firefighter, you can always contact me. I have a lot of contacts around the Abilene area. If you're interested in doing that, I think the percentage keeps going up every year. I think right now we're at 78% of Texas is volunteer.
Dang.
So, and it's a big state. So
That's impressive numbers, man.
78%, and the number nationwide isn't too far off of that either. So, remember your volunteers. They truly are superhumans, man. They, willing to get up in the middle of the night, sacrifice their lives to save yours. So, check us out.
All right, man. And we're out. Look us up on the interwebs. What is it?
Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, Red Ball Podcast.
Out. Good stuff, man.